Good evening. I tried to shoot this intro before on photo booth, but my microphone wasn't working, so now we're doing it like this. Just a disclaimer, this is a makeshift boom that my dad made in order to help my mum and myself shoot footage for her online teaching. So today I thought we could take a deep dive into analyzing my brain function, and what better way than to rank the activities that I have done during quarantine. I have had a lot of time on my hands since school finished. The last time I stepped foot on school campus was Friday, March 13. The last time I had a lesson was Friday, March 20 at 10:45. And now, when I shot the video originally, it was Sunday, May 3. Now it is Tuesday, May 5. So, it has been about 6 or 7 weeks since I have done anything remotely academic or had a schedule to follow. I was inspired today by the king of YouTube, Mike's Mike, to share just exactly what I've been up to this past time in quarantine. Screen recording time. So, I'm going to move this over here and make myself smaller just so we can see what's going on my InDesign window. Okay, so here I have drafted a chart. I couldn't find the software that Mike's Mike was using, so Michael, if you're watching this, hi. Please drop it down below because I need it, and I love you. I have drafted this table, and how I shall be ranking each activity is by, firstly, how much time it wasted. You know, this activity didn't actually mean anything to me. It was invaluable to my growth as a human and my time spent. Next one is time spent. This category, it's not wasted, but it's also not appreciated, which is the next category up. She comes in at number 3 because she's just miscongeniality. Not everyone, she's not the star of the show, but this time isn't invaluable to me like the time wasted. And I, could have spent this time doing other things, but I didn't, and I'm not ashamed of it. So, number 2, we have the time that I appreciated. This is a very broad category because, not to hate on anything that comes into this category, but, she's just not as good as the time that I celebrated, but it's still, I'm glad that she came to the party. And finally, the time that I have celebrated. This is stuff that I know I really shouldn't have been doing, but it made me happy and it made me feel great. And, I listen to my queen, Marie Kondo, and if it brings me joy, then I keep it and it means something to me. Okay, so now we got this out of the way. I'm going to put on this view. I forget what it is, but I know how to do it. It's W on the keyboard. And here, down here on the second spread, I have all of my items that we shall be ranking today. So first of all, I would like to start off with the wasted category. As I mentioned in my description before, this stuff is kind of invaluable to me and my growth as a human being. And I have my notebook here. I also have another bit about notebooks, but I'll get to that later. So, first of all, something that wasted my time was getting pink eye. I'll make this more accurate. I didn't go anywhere in order to warrant myself getting pink eye, so I don't know how we got it. I said we, I meant me. I don't know how I got it. And it was really uncomfortable, really itchy. Moving on. We have TikTok. Now, I know what you're thinking. Kate, but in your last video, you said you spend too much time on TikTok. That's the thing. I do waste my time on TikTok. This genuinely is a time rubbish bin. It is a black hole that's I could just lie on my bed for 4 hours, not move a muscle except for my thumb. I'm learning a lot from TikTok, don't get me wrong, but I'm also losing brain cells because of TikTok. And if you are in Brunei and you had access to the For You page, you would agree with me. Some more things that I have wasted my time doing. Cleaning my room. This activity, it's not so annoying, I don't mind doing it, but the thing is, if I'm gonna have to clean my room, then I know I will make it extra super freaking messy. Why did I say extra super fucking messy later? It's just a never ending cycle, so I'm either always cleaning my room or I'm just not in my house. and I can't not be in my house right now because I'm in quarantine, okay? So that's the activity. Finally, the last thing that has wasted my time has been every day from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. You may notice that this is a very specific time. However, I wake up at 11 a.m. and I go to bed at 2 a.m. So I am wasting my time from those hours. And the time that I'm not wasting, I am sleeping. And I very much enjoy it. That brings us to the end of the time wasted category. Next, we have time spent. The first activity that I have spent my time doing, perfecting Joshua Weissman's perfect burger buns. So, you know, I enjoy baking. Don't get me wrong. Love it. However, I have made these buns 3 times, and only the most recent time were they the correct texture and how I would like them to be. The second time, I burnt them by accident, but it was fine because we had a Tiger King themed dinner, so that made up for the burnt buns. I mean, it was quite fitting anyway. I do enjoy watching Joshua, and I do enjoy baking, but I would prefer not making burger buns because they'd take forever. Next activity is I've spent my time trying to finish this book. I started it at the beginning of summer last year, so July 2019. So we have a guest. Jesus Christ. Do you agree that I have just spent my time reading this book and I haven't actually appreciated my time reading that book?
I haven't seen you read it.
Exactly. So it's invaluable to me.
Exactly.
I'm only 80 pages until I'm done. I'm also sunburned, in case you hadn't figured it out. Can you go? No, I said I appreciated when we dressed up as Tiger King. The next activity that I have spent my time doing is finishing Notting Hill. Now, I very much appreciate early 90s Hugh Grant. However, I thought that the line, "I'm just a girl asking a boy to love her" line was a bit cheesy. I mean, it's probably been used before, and also this movie was made in the 90s. So you can agree with me. That brings us to the end of the time spent category. So now we are moving on to the time that I have appreciated. These are activities that are valuable to me, but they're just not as much fun as celebrating the time celebrated. So the first activity that I'm putting on this category is losing my dub-oba virginity. Now, this bubble tea place has opened a branch in Brunei 6 or 8 months ago, and I hadn't been until about 2 weeks ago. Went in, still had to stand, 6 feet apart from everyone, got my takeaway, brought my own straw. I got the roasted brown sugar matcha. I love this drink. And I also lost my cheese foam virginity because I always thought that it was savory. Turns out it's sweet. Love that stuff. But it's sweet and tangy. Delicious. Next on the time appreciated list, binge watching the entire Bon Appetit Test Kitchen cinematic universe. I know I mentioned this in my previous video. However, there's something about them. I mean, some of my favorites aren't in this image, but this is the first one that came up when I Google searched Bon Appetit Test Kitchen chefs, and I couldn't be bothered to scroll further because I wanted to get this video made. I love these people. They bring joy to my life. Living by Marie Kondo's words, I will be keeping them in my life for a long time. And yeah, they're just my favorites. Oh, I just realized that they have knives photoshopped into their hands. That's pretty impressive. So, moving on. We have working out with my family. And specifically, the one workout that my father has deemed the dad bod. All of the gyms are closed. I'm used to organized sport, basketball, volleyball. Used to walk my dogs. They're gone now. They're alive, but we just had to give them to another home, for corona reasons. Because we're moving, if you haven't watched my previous video, which you should. My dad has prepared 4 out of 7 days of the week a circuit, which we run through twice, and we do interval sprints, which is lots of fun. But how else am I going to get my exercise in when the rest of the time I've spent from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. wasting my time? I appreciate this because I would not get out of bed if the music was not blaring from downstairs outside, right outside of my window. Okay, so I appreciate this time. The final item on my time appreciated list is re-listening to the original motion picture soundtrack for The Black Klansman by Terence Blanchard on Spotify. Now, this person who has made this playlist included all of these tracks and also all of the gorgeous soul 60s 70s music that was included in this film. Loved it. 10 out of 10. Completely forgot how much I loved this playlist until recently. Also, I have this font. Who knew? I'll use it next time. Love this playlist. Just the vibes, the orchestra, how everything just works together, and then paired with the actual footage of the film. Delicious. Spectacular. 10 out of 10. Maybe an 11. But see, I do appreciate this, but I find that I can't do multiple things at once when I'm listening to music, because I was trying to plan this video whilst listening to music, and I can't write while listening to music. And I've never understood how people can read books while listening to music. I go, are you okay? Normally they aren't. Fun fact. I made that up. Now that we have finished my time appreciated, now I would like for us to venture and celebrate some of the time that I have had. 24 times 7 times 6. You do the maths. That's how many hours I've had off. The first activity that I have celebrated my time doing is delivering cookies to my friends. I do this in a very social distance safe way. I drop them off at the gate. I tell them that I'm there. I mean, most of the time it's a surprise, and I've only done it once, so yes, all of the time it's a surprise for them. I just tell them, hey, will you be home around 4 or 4:30? And they say, yes, why? And I say, no reason. And then I come over and I say, I'm here. And they go, and I go, cookies. Now, let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to drop my chocolate chip cookie recipe, because I've had 8 out of 8 positive reviews, and also some previously. Not some, a lot of them. I celebrate this time because my love language is doing things for others, and during quarantine, what I normally do during school is I'll make something, I'll make too much of it, and then I'll bring it to school, like cupcakes, cookies, you name it. And I wanted to be able to provide the same thing for my friends now that I can't see them. I can only see them through a screen. Cheesy part over. So, the second thing that I have celebrated doing is increasing my love for Alex Delaney from the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen cinematic universe. See, he's even self-aware that there is a cinematic universe, and I need not explain why. If you are a true Bon Appetit fan, then you would know the video that I'm talking about. There's something about Delaney. Oh, and I don't know what it is, but it's his banter with everyone. It's those eyes, gets me going. I celebrate my time when TikToks about Delaney come up on my For You page. Love that shit. The second last thing that we have to rank is Season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know how the American television system works, with the 7/8C. Don't know what that means. All I know is that every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race comes up on my Netflix lunchtime every Saturday. I'm a person of the people, and the people are the Drag Race community, and I'm one of those people. Love this show. Just the drama and the creativity that is happening this season, and also the growth that I've seen from all of the girls. They're all amazing, amazing artists and performers, and just wonderful people. I was so sad to see Sakura go so soon. You know what? Love you. There are so many standouts now that we're down to 6. The final thing that I will celebrate my time doing is, drum roll, I'm not going to edit one in, making focaccia from the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen. I love Brad. I think her name's Samarin. I'm pretty sure I forgot, but I'm pretty sure her name's Samarin. I will correct myself if I have to. I love this video. The whole 26 minutes of it is entertaining, and I just want to be friends with the both of them, and friends with all of them, especially Delaney. But I love this particular episode, and also the focaccia is amazing. I've made it twice. I also saw a meme on Reductress about it. I shall insert it. I felt very attacked, but it was also, a good eye-opener to the fact that people do care about me, and I probably need to get some help. With that, I have concluded my ranking of how I spent my time during quarantine. Thank you for watching until this point. I'm pretty sure this video is going to be very long and also but very incoherent. It will be very incoherent. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. If you do agree with me, that's also fine. Leave a comment if you would like to about how you've spent your time or what you think I could be doing to stop procrastinating and wasting my time. I also appreciate that. And another thing that I would like to say is that please follow me on Instagram, like, subscribe, share this video. I have a magazine, if you don't already know. Follow their Instagram. We're doing some fun things about what we're doing in quarantine. I might even make a ranking video for that. Stay tuned, and I hope you had fun. Bye. Oh my god.